Hello, hello. Welcome back to Voluminum. This is episode 12. And we are in our Guardian perimeter. And as you can see, I finished the walls. I don't know if I talked about that last episode, but these are the walls that I came up with for it. Partially the walls. I say that because there's a lot more to do. Let's get a little closer here. You can see this is what I came up with. I think it looks pretty cool. The blue in the background is the obviously the ocean. Let's see if I can get through here. Yeah. You can see the water here. This also held back the water. Have some squid die in there. Yep. You're not supposed to go in there, bud. I just got carpet up here. But yeah, this held back the water so I could finish draining the inside here. And also is a nice wall. So I know I said that this is going to be... it isn't going to be a square perimeter necessarily. And it's not. So there's a lot more digging to do here. Let me land here. And open this up. As you can see, this is our perimeter all drained out. At least to Y30. And the water that was left here, I actually used sweepers to help me drain a lot of it, because there was some that were 3 or 4 high still instead of just 1 high or 2 high. So I've only got two and a half stacks of sponges. It would have taken a lot longer to drain that if I just spammed sponges around. So the sweepers definitely helped, and the first time I actually used honey blocks. It was pretty cool. But yeah, they helped me drain all this down to Y30. And there, as you can see, there's still a lot to drain. This not only was all ocean, but every cave underneath is those water caves. Let me go down into here. You can see. Where's the beacon at? I think it's this way. Yeah. Like every cave in this area is like this. I think they're a cool addition to the game, just not practical when you want to dig it out and make it spawn proof. Like I said, the actual part that I'm going to dig down to bedrock is going to be like a diamond, so maybe not touching each wall, but maybe like here and then go like that. So the area around the actual Guardian farm will be fully cleared. Let's see if this works. Yeah, there we go. Bounding box. This is the bounding box of the ocean monument. So obviously this is a much bigger perimeter than I actually need. I could have done much less than I've done. I could have used like the top 2 layers of this, just put water streams into a portal and then stood way up there, and maybe have taken like an hour to put together a Guardian farm. But since this is my first perimeter for the world, I wanted to do something really big and something really cool. So this is definitely excessive. But I think it'll look cool when we're done. And this is going to go down one more layer actually, because you can see over here against the wall. This is like that. So I'm going to take this down one more layer to 29, and then this will be slabbed somewhat. You know, around each corner will be slabbed. And this isn't exactly what I planned out, but I think it's turning out pretty well, and I'm kind of adjusting what I need to. So the plan right now is to get rid of the rest of the water here, because not only was this all ocean we had to sweep, but there's so many underwater caves and like ravines that are just filled with water. This turtle survived. One of the turtles, I think there was a few. This one survived. Hey bud. But as you can see, we've still got a long way to go, because I haven't even built the actual farm yet, and I've still got to dig the diamond out, then dig this one layer down, slab it up, finish draining all the water, collection, and all that. So there's a lot more to do here. Alright, we're back over here in the starting area. I just wanted to show off this building I made for the tree farm and cobblestone generator. This is the entrance here. This is a little room that I made. And you have a little viewing area for the stone generator. And you can come over here and look at the tree farm as well. When it comes down, you can watch the blasts. I just thought this was a kind of cool addition. Instead of leaving these big contraptions out. Here, let me fly up and show you. This is the building. Actually, you probably see it better from over here. There's nothing too crazy. Nothing too good looking either. I mean, it looks okay, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to do like a big old production warehouse type thing that doesn't run anymore really, or that can run. I kind of wanted to convey like, you have your little miners or little workers that would come in here, but kind of decaying and rotting away. You have like all this nasty, cobwebs and mossy stone. And I think the end bricks, I might change it out for end stone actually instead of the end bricks. But I don't know, I kind of thought this would indicate like the floor kind of rotting away, and then these would be like the tar mats. I don't know if you know what I'm even talking about. Looking at like the mats, and I just hid some lighting under there, so this place would be spawn proof. I got some storage where we put our saplings for the tree farm. You can come over here. This is a nice little entrance to the tree farm now. You come in here, and that's where you turn on interacting with that barrel. This is the switch for the oak, and this is still the 4 tree farm. It can do it all except for acacia, or dark. It actually doesn't do dark oak either. So it does. I think I've already explained what this one does, but probably going to be upgrading to a better tree farm in the future. But this one's staying here for now. There's nothing wrong with this. There's no reason to take it apart. I'll just build the new one somewhere else. And see, you've got a little maintenance area. Come back here and put some more bone meal in. I think I'm going to replace these with box unloaders, so we can throw a bunch of bone meal shulker boxes into chests, and they're unloaded instead of having all these double chests here. It's just a bit. It'll make it a bit more organized. We've got our little maintenance door over here. Come to this side. This is the stone generator, and that's our storage down there to take the boxes and send them on to the box sorter that I finally got working over there. I actually need to show that off, yeah, because that's I'll get to that in a minute. Anyways, yeah, this is what I did for this, and it's not great. I really need to fix this because it still isn't fast enough to keep up with this generator. But it makes cobblestone so fast that like a regular sorter just can't keep up with it. So this is really sloppy. I just threw these minecarts down here to try and speed up the process. They would put them into the hoppers, but then you've got barrels underneath taking them into the these are 3 double speed box loaders. This is designed by Samos the Sage. This works really good. The boxes are filled up and they're kicked out into the water stream and taken to the box sorter. Let's see if we get over here. Nope. Oh. Ow. There we go. I need to do the wiring for this, but this will be the on-off switch for this, and you'll be able to hit it and watch it go down. Like I mentioned in the previous episode when I was ranting about this thing not working, it's a design by Samos the Sage, the actual box sorting, all the hopper locking and stuff to help prevent lag. But the input wasn't working for me. Like I said, the box was spitting out at the end. Finally figured it out thanks to C5. He helped sort out the issue, and it basically wasn't syncing up. The box was, I think, a little bit behind the item filter. It looked like it was perfect, but it was probably a few game ticks off, and it just wasn't lining up right. But he helped me, he put this together for me, and so now this is working perfectly. All the boxes from all the farms come into here, and now they're synced up just fine. So they'll come down, and it has time to spit the box out. So basically, I think what was happening is it would break the box, and the hopper would immediately pick it up. So I think the box was actually going ahead of the item filter, or the item going through the system. But either way, this works now, so all of our farms are coming to this storage here, and properly packed into boxes. Okay, a bit of a jump from the starter area. We're in the end now. We're actually in the area where we got our first elytra. And way back in like episode 2 or 3, the time lapse of me taking down that end city, I realized that I never showed the fact that I actually made the shulker farm. You probably haven't even noticed the fact that I've been using tons and tons of shulker boxes, but yeah, I ended up making this, and this is just a simple design from Nick from the Intech server. I'll link it down in the description. It's super simple, and this isn't exactly the one they use, I don't think. Pretty much the same though. It's just soul sand to where they'll spawn on it, but they can't open because it's. Well, that's loud. Yeah, the trick is you have a ton of minecarts going around, and the shulker boxes that teleport onto the glass there will be picked up by the minecart and killed from entity crabbing because there's 25 minecarts plus the one hopper minecart. So when they die, the hopper picks the shells up and then puts it into those barrels, and then it spits it down to storage collection down here. And they shouldn't be able to see me from down here. This is one of the key points of this farm. Was to one of the problems that I had originally with the same farm that I built on the Ingenium server is that you couldn't go near it because they would see you, and it's really hard to get the collection because the drops are also near it. I just saw a shell fall down there. Oh my god, it's working. I guess there are some spawning up there, but ideally you can see the AFK spot, and they'll spawn up there. Oh, you can see them dying as well. Yeah, they spawn like crazy, and I mean this is working really well. Yeah, I mean I think I AFK'd for 45 minutes, and this is all full aside from those I took, and it takes a long time to use all these shulker shells. So yeah, they're just spit out, and the shells are dumped down here, put into these chests. I just wanted to show this because I realized that I didn't show it way back in like episode 3 or 4, whatever it was. Alright, back over at the Guardian Perimeter. I've cleared out all the water. Everything is flat aside from the middle here. And now you can finally see what I was talking about with the diamond. I'll just pull this up. It's much easier to show you. So here's the perimeter there. Here is our diamond. This box here is the actual bounding box of the monument. The 50 by 50, and this diamond is a bit bigger than that. This diamond's going to go all the way down to Bedrock, and our AFK point will be a little bit up there in the sky, not too high. But our entire despawn sphere for mobs will be well within this diamond where we're standing at. But as far as decoration goes, I'm going to need a lot of black dye. So I have two options, either a squid farm or a wither rose farm. And I'm thinking wither roses are a little bit more useful than ink these days. So that's what we're going to get done this episode. And the actual farm is going to be pretty simple. That's why I haven't talked about it too much yet. With 1.15, making mob farms with portals is 1, really easy. And 2, really convenient because you just kind of push everything into the portals, and on the other side of in the nether you do the collection, right? So that's what we're doing with this. I'll show you the design once I'm ready to build it, but obviously I've still got some digging to do here, slabbing and decorating. But as these things go, big perimeters, it's gonna take a while, so we're chipping away at it at a time, you know, little by little. We're getting done what we need to get done. We got to dig this down to Bedrock. We've got to do a lot of slabbing and decorating. So I wanted to go ahead and get the wither rose farm set up first, so that way I have a good solid source of black dye and wither roses for future projects. So there's a couple things we need to get done before I can start this wither rose farm, and I actually need another invulnerable end crystal, and for that I need to get some end crystals themselves. And this farm is going to be one designed by Surprise T. And now I know I remember saying way back in the first few episodes of this world that I didn't want to always kind of look at these guys. I didn't want to always copy someone's design, but I think I'm looking at that in a different way than I should be. I think there is copying someone's design block for block, like everything you do, but I think as far as farms go, sometimes it's not that bad, not that big of a deal. This is my opinion, you know. El Mango actually just released a video today, kind of highlighting like different kinds of players. I think I fall into the survival redstoner that mainly uses redstone as a tool to help get ahead in the game, not necessarily coming up with new or unique contraptions. And that's okay, in my opinion. I'm personally okay with that. I never set out to play Minecraft and come up with new ways to do things with redstone. I've never been that great with it. I love using it though, and I understand most things that I build, or if not all things that I've built in this world at least, from people that have come up with the original designs, like this storage, the stone generator, and the tree farm. All these different farms over here, I definitely understand them, but I obviously didn't come up with them myself. But it's okay, in my opinion, that I didn't, and I'll still vow to keep things, interesting at least. Because it definitely wouldn't be if I just kind of said that I'm going to build this person's redstone for this farm that I need, and that's kind of it. I'm just going to build it block for block and then not really go any further into it. I'm going to definitely make sure I understand everything that I'm building before I build it. And that's just how I feel about it. I want to kind of clear the air there. So with this Wither Rose farm, it is a really well put together farm by Surprise Tea, and they have I think 3 or 4 videos now on this kind of Wither Rose farm that's unbreakable. But as it's been pointed out by some of the Psycraft members, it's like 99.999% unbreakable, which basically means it's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. I think the biggest issue you run into with Wither Rose farms is unloading and reloading the farm. I'll try my best not to do that very often. Ah. Whoops. Can I just push it over? Oh my god. No! Take 2. Ah. Okay. Hello? Let's see if this works. Yeah! Okay, go ahead and hit that. Let's shoot the crystal. Ah, here we go. Ta-da! Okay, we've got the invulnerable end crystal moved into the gateway, and notice that I haven't went into any of the other gateways other than the void ones we made earlier, other than the very first one we went in, like way over there, where we found that elytra and made our shulker farm, because we haven't really needed to use any of the other gateways. Just in case for some reason we want to make more void gateways for other things, and this is one of the corner end gateways. It is not a void one. And that's because I wanted to save the other 3 void ones in case I want to do something else. I opened up a copy of this world in creative and checked all where the gateways end up, and I didn't actually go through them in survival in this instance yet. And this one ends up, oh that's cool. This one ends up out here. Let me go into free cam, I'll show you. Well, it actually ends up down there, but at that gateway. This is where our wither is going to go for our Wither Rose farm. I've built up the farm itself. This has been kind of my project area for putting shulkers and ender chests and whatnot. What the? Oh, it was an egg. Got our chicken in here. I'll probably take this down as well as the beacon. I don't really need the beacon anymore. But we've got the farm set up. Decided to use this gateway instead of a void one because this was in a pretty good, came out in a pretty good spot. There was only a few of those little islands floating around here, so I took a few of those down right here, and then I got to take a few more down, over there and close to there. And I might have to light up a little bit of that island, but not much. So all in all, this is a pretty good spot for it, and I didn't have to use any of the other void gateways in case we want to do something big later. And there she is. Oh, can't really see there. It's working pretty flawlessly. We got the wither in, got the chicken there. I decided to leave this little platform here because it's an easy spot for me to fall down to and come check the chests. Because I still, when I spawn in through the gateway, let me fly. There we go. I end up on that little block there because it's something to do with the highest block in the area around the gateway. I don't exactly know how it works. I thought it was an 11 by 11 area or something like that, but apparently it goes up pretty high. The Enderman is so mad. But yeah, it's working great. Let's go check the storage here. I left the bot up there at that little AFK platform. Aha! It's working perfectly. Oh, this is going to be plenty of wither roses for farms or dye. Yeah, this is working perfectly. Woo! The only downfall is you obviously can't go back through there because the wither's there. So you have to fly like to a different gateway, I guess. But luckily I have this void one just over this way. I could activate one of the other. There's a gateway between the void portal and the one for the wither rose farm. But I haven't decided if I want to try to make that one a void gateway as well, or just have it as a normal gateway and come out near the wither rose farm. I might actually do the latter because I don't know how many void gateways I'll actually need. So that bot's still there. I'll leave it there. Gather me some more roses. Let's go put these in the chest here. Oh yeah. And just to show a quick progress update on the dig here at the Guardian Perimeter, we're almost done. We're working on 10 and 11 now. We're down to 9 basically. But I've been digging at this perimeter when I'm not digging at the Ingenium slime perimeter. We started up a new perimeter on the Ingenium server for a massive slime farm, and everyone's been pretty competitive about it, so I've been over there putting in work. So when I'm not digging here, I'm digging over there. So it's been a weekend of just digging basically, which isn't bad. I've enjoyed it. But that will do it for episode 12. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.